How's it going, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Real Fishing VR. So in today's episode, we're going to be doing the Epic Fish Journey. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be going to every map from, well, all the maps from, here, let me just show you. So we're going to start in South Korea, and we're going to go from map 1 all the way into the saltwater and so on. Then we're going to move on to Japan, which is this map. I don't have the DLCs, but we will do another part of them as soon as I get them. And then we're going to do the North America maps. So we're just going to be trying to catch all the epic fish. I've already got a lot of it pre-recorded. Actually, all of it's pre-recorded. So there's commentary within it all and everything. There's a lot of editing I got to do this. So, but it's going to be in multiple parts. All the freshwater. It's going to be all the freshwater. So map 1 all the way through 15 is going to be part 1. Same thing with the other ones. It's all going to be freshwater first for part 1. Part 2 is going to be saltwater. And the reason why is the saltwater takes forever trying to catch epic fish. I explain more at the end of the video. But if you want to know how to catch epic fish for the new people that's watching this video, if you've been trying to figure out how to catch epic fish, you got to be level 20 on max level 20 on every map. So it's Korea, Japan, and the United States, and you have to play on expert mode, which is where you can't see anything but the water ripples. There's no goggles and there's no fish finder. So, but anyway, if you like what you see, I want to see more stuff like this. We got a lot more episodes coming, and everything. I give updates on this game all the time on my Facebook page, so feel free to follow me on Facebook page. It's in the description below. But hit that subscribe button for me, and if you like the video, please everyone hit that like button for me. It also helps me out. But I hope y'all enjoy, and I'll go and get on with the video. So we are here in River Han. I think it's Han, but I'm gonna butcher a lot of these words because I cannot do South Korea, Japan, or sometimes English. Y'all know me long enough and followed me through these series. I'm horrible with words. So, but I don't have this epic fish. So, like I said, expert mode, max level, and we're gonna use the soft bait. So I'm gonna edit a lot of it, like I said. So, and I'm just gonna fish, and when I catch one, I'm gonna do it that way. So. Alright, so there's our first epic fish. So pretty much how I caught this guy, I used a metal jig, and he was at the very bottom, so I just kind of drug it off the bottom. So that is the first map's fish, the little South Torrent catfish. Small little catfish, looks pretty cool. We'll go and keep him, and we'll go ahead and move on to the next location. Alright, so now we're at the second location. I know it's nighttime, it's going to be hard to see. But we have another little catfish here, I believe. He likes the spinnerbait at the very top. So we'll go ahead and switch over to the spinner. Another epic little fish, a Korean spine loot. Right when the fireworks was going on. So we already got the second epic fish. I think I cashed it out 3 times after switching to a new map. So number 2 down. Alright, so we're at the third place in South Korea. So let's see what we got. Looks like another kind of catfish looking thing. They like the metal jig. About second death. We'll try it out and see what we can catch. First catch, first cast, and we get. I'm not even going to try to pronounce this name, but we get our third epic fish. That's sweet. This is actually going a lot faster than I thought it was going to be. We'll go and keep that guy, and we'll go ahead and move on to the next location. All right, so we're at the 4th location on South Korea. Let's go and see what the epic fish is. So he likes spoons, spinners, and soft bait, which we have the soft bait on here now. It's going to be at the very bottom. Alright, here he is. So, on this map, I had a little bit of trouble catching this epic fish. So there's a lot of carp, there's a lot of catfish, and a lot of bass. I was using the metal jig for a little bit, because these guys like the metal jig and the spinner bait at the on the bottom. So I was just like popping it up on the bottom, reel it for a little bit, let it sink again, and just kind of keep it that. So like you'll catch a lot of carp and you'll catch a lot of catfish, but you'll finally eventually end up catching this guy. So we'll go and keep him. It's a trident goby. So we're going to move on to the next one. So here we are. We are on the 5th map. See what kind of fish we got. So we got this guy. He likes the soft bait on the bottom again. So a lot of these fish that I haven't, that are epic fish, are on the bottom. So we'll try it again. And we'll just let it sink and try to catch them. First cast, and we end up catching them. I'm not gonna try to pronounce this name either, but epic fish. I guess we're going to go on to the next one. So what I did was I just let it sink. I threw it straight out, let it sink, and just bounced it off the bottom again. So, yep, on to the next one. Alright, so here we are on the 6th map. Go and see what our fish is. And we got one right here. He likes grasshoppers on top, so we're gonna be catching a lot of other fish. This is probably gonna be a hard one, but we'll try it. There he is. It's a striped shiner. He hit as soon as the thing hit the water. So, there's another epic fish down. On to the next one, guys. Here we are on the 7th place. Let's see what the fish we gotta get. He likes worms, so 1 to 2 level depth, that is. Go and switch over to the worm. I don't know if he'll like that or not. Let's just try this one. There's our another epic fish done. Didn't take too long. It's just you catch a lot of other fish being a grasshopper on the very shallow, like top of the water, but another one down, guys. So we'll move on to the next one. So here we are on the 8th map, which the 8th map I have already caught the Japanese true perch here. But he likes grasshoppers, shiners, and spinners between top and middle depth. So we're going to move on to the next one, but I've already caught him. So pretty much like all the other epic fish, they're not that hard to catch when they're in that range. But we'll move on to number 9. So here we are on the 9th map. We'll go and look at the fish that we need. So he's on the very top, and he likes krill. So we'll go ahead and switch to krill real fast. Let's use the best krill. There he is, the sweet fish. So on this map, you're using a krill on the very top. I had a little bit of, it took me some time to catch this little guy because there's so much big fish in here. I ended up using the regular krill that you start with, not the yellow, like the more fancy krill. Because I kept catching bass and snakeheads. But I just use the regular krill and you catch this little guy. A lot of these fish, they're not, a lot of the epic fish so far have been really small fish. Like, they don't take any drag, they're just little bitty guys. But there's another one down. We'll go ahead and move on to the next one. Alright, here's the next one. This is number 10, so we're halfway there, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, we're halfway there. But we'll see what we can catch. See how well we can catch them. Let's look at them. Spinner, mid-def. There's also a Chinese sturgeon here. So, but we'll see what we can catch. First cast, and we end up catching them. Sorry it took me a minute. I had to answer my phone. But, yep. So we're halfway done. There's our next one. We'll head to the new map. So, here's number 11. So, we'll go and see if... Yep. He likes a spinner, which we already got on the very top. So, any topwater fish up here? Alright, there's our next epic fish, the Korean billhead. On this map, it's a little difficult to figure out where he's at. I just threw out in the middle. There's not really many ripples or anything to show you where fish are, so I just kind of just left it at the top, popped it a few times, you know, pop reel, and the like top of the water, and I pretty much caught him. We'll move on to the next one. Alright, so we're at the next map. Number 12, it is very dark here. I know it's probably not showing up in the camera very well. Well, in the recording very well, but let's see what we got here. So he likes worms and crankbaits on the bottom. I'm going to try the crankbait and see if it works. So there it is. It's the goby minnow. I know it's really hard to see in this light because it's really dark. But what I did was I used the crankbait. I pretty much reeled it all the way until it started rolling on the bottom. Let it float up a little bit, reel a little bit, and just try to keep it at the on the bottom, and you'll end up catching him with the crankbait. But there he is, and we'll move on to the next one. Alright, so we're at the next spot. We are on number 13. At least it's daylight here and we can actually see. So let's see. I don't know if So there he is. He's on top. He likes worms, minnows, and crankbaits. I'm not going to try to keep a crankbait on top. Let's try a worm and see what we can catch. Man, the slender catfish. Ugh. This one took me a hot minute. Between all the trout and everything, I ended up catching him with the minnow. He's got 3 different baits. He's got worms, minnows, and crankbaits, and they're all in the very shallow depth of, like, on top. And he took me forever, because there was a lot of trout in here and skygores, and they just kept smashing my bait, and it took me forever to catch him. But there he is, guys and girls. And we're going to move on to the next map. There he is. That is a big fish. What, river puffer. It's a pretty wild looking fish, but not too bad. It only took me about 3 casts to catch him. So crawfish on the bottom. We'll go ahead and head on to the next one. Alright, so here we are on number 15. See what we got epic fish wise. So this guy likes worms, shiners, and crankbaits. So we might try crankbait. There it is, finally, the golden mandarin fish. This map took me a hot minute. I switched between all 3 baits that this guy likes, which is the worms, the, I'm trying to think what else there was. Crankbait, and there's one more, but I can't think what it was at the moment. I switched between all the baits, and I finally caught him on a worm. There is a lot of rainbow trout in here, so you will catch a lot of them guys, but finally we can move on to the next map. We'll see you there. Alright guys, well, I've been trying to fish for a while. We're gonna have to make this for next Friday. We'll do part 2. We'll do the saltwater. These next 1, 2, 3, 4. These next 5 maps. Not even 5, 4. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it is 5. Okay, never mind. I can't count. Anyway, these next set of maps are all saltwater, and they all have like 3 epic fish. So a lot of them have and saltwater is the hardest thing to try to do epic fish on, especially when you're trying to do stuff like this. So this is gonna be part 2. I'm gonna go in the episode here. Hopefully all y'all enjoyed, and we'll see you on the next one.